Today let's go over how to choose the correct fork adapter spacing for our micro and adjustable fork mounts. We use these adapters on our micro and adjustable fork mounts to make sure that our mounts will fit every single fork on the market. There's tons of different spacings, so you need to make sure that you get the adapters that fit your specific fork, because using the wrong adapters can cause damage to your fork. First, let's establish what we mean by fork spacing. Fork spacing is the width of your hub from either end where your wheel mounts into your fork. This is going to be the width of the inside of your fork or the width of your hub from end cap to end cap. This is what makes up the length portion of your adapter size. Now that we know what fork spacing is, we need to measure it. So to do that, the easiest way is going to be to take your wheel off and measure how wide your hub is. Now, some axles make it easy on us, and they're actually labeled the size of your fork spacing. In this case, this is out of a Fox fork. It says 15 by 110 millimeters. So if you had one of these, that would be pretty lucky because it would tell you exactly what size you need. However, on this crux that we're measuring today, we didn't get that lucky. This axle does not say what size it is. We're gonna head over to this wheel here, and what we're gonna do is measure how wide our hub is. So an easy way to do this is going to take something that fits inside your hub bearings, and in this case, I'm gonna push this all the way through till it bottoms out on this black piece of the handle. I have a piece of tape on the other side that I'm gonna wrap around and pull it back out. Now, all I need to do is measure how long this is, and that's going to tell me what my fork spacing is. Looking at this tool now, it looks like my mark is going to be at 10 centimeters from the end. So that would be 100 millimeters, telling me that my fork spacing on this fork is 100 millimeters. Now that we've covered how wide the fork is, the second measurement we need for picking our fork adapters is going to be the axle diameter. That is going to be the diameter of this hole for your axle to go through into your fork. There are a few common sizes for this: 9 millimeters, 12 millimeters, 15 millimeters, and 20 millimeters. Now, all you need to do to get this measurement is either measure the diameter of your fork right there, which this one's going to be 11.87, meaning that this is a 12 millimeter hub. Or you can measure the diameter of your axle. Now, when you're doing this, the important thing is that you don't measure this part in the middle where it's thinner, but you measure towards one of the ends where the axle would actually sit on one of these hub adapters. And that's going to measure 11.89, which again is going to tell us that this is a 12 millimeter hub. Now that we know our hub width and our axle diameter, putting those two things together is going to give us which size adapters we need. For example, on this bike, we measured our hub width at 100 millimeters and our axle diameter at 12 millimeters. So what you're gonna do is put the axle diameter first, so 12, and the hub width second, so 100. So these are going to be 12 by 100 millimeter adapters. And that is what you're going to need for mounting this crux into one of our micro or adjustable fork mounts. That's going to be everything that you need to know about selecting the correct adapter size for your micro and adjustable fork mounts. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@freedomcoast.net. Thanks for watching.